always feel kind of bad because these guys, it will not notice you
Oh, yeah.
because they're busy.
They got important work to do, setting up for this ominous party that Joker keeps referencing.
Hammering on the wall.
Bow, chicka, bow. Ooh, guy did a backflip. That was kind of cool. Are you actually going to go in that room there? Because that is kind of a... I'm not sure if it's actually been set up at this point in time. Yeah. But go and check anyway, because this is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, looks like it's ready already.
I never come in here before that time.
Oh yeah, no, it's an interesting one-on-one.
So that's, I was thinking, you really could use a friend in here. Someone to talk to, share secrets with. Shall we start with the big one? Who is that behind the mask? Why do you feel the need to go out into the world and fight people like me? Do you really think you can win? I'll see.
I think there might actually be multiple conversations, because I think I've heard him say different things in here before, but basically it's a fun little one-on-one with Joker and Batman, where he does touch pretty diligently on the topic of, Batman, you crazy, man. you just crazy, Batman. So I believe we're headed over to the, kind of the medical station at this point in time, right?
I think so.
And here you'll notice that the mooks have started actually using weapons. Instead of just beating on you with their fists, they grab some lead pipes and start trying to go to town. That increases in difficulty as the game goes on. You're going to get guys that are wielding knives, you're going to get a couple wielding cattle prods, and each one of them requires kind of a different strategy to take on. Usually a somewhat annoying strategy as they kind of try to interrupt your combos, which they will do often and with great efficiency. That's actually one of my favorite Joker radio announcements that they just said right there.
I'm over here!
I would just like to point out that I'm very proud of you for not using the camera to look up her skirt while she was sitting there. Good job.
Yeah.
Sure you didn't. Liar. Did she just cartwheel away?
I think so, yeah.
That was one thing that was different about this iteration of Harley, besides the, you know, pornographic nurse outfit, is that she was a lot more nimble than you ever really see her before, whereas in a lot of the other media, she just kind of hits things with a cartoon-sized hammer. Here she actually has...
She's pretty nimble in the animated series.
I suppose she is, but here you see her doing essentially like jujitsu style stuff. You know, she's back flipping around, and that. I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot against Batman, but
we'll see how that.
Yeah, you'll see how that effective that is. And that little bit that you just saw right there is one of the only graphical shortcomings of the game, in that you can very much see that the wall is segmented into certain portions that are meant to explode and only animate once you do place that gel on there. It's not really very... There's not a lot of particle effects going on or anything. It's just a very basic shatter effect, which doesn't look all that great, but... Oh well, that's fine. It's based off a comic book, so we'll just use that justification. Yeah.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
Because I'm Batman. And this room that we're in right now is actually one of the challenge rooms outside of the main game. I think it's actually the first stealth challenge room that you come across. It's essentially the same setup, same enemies that you're seeing right now, only without the hostages. And you don't have a time limit right now, which makes things a little bit easier. As to how that guy didn't see you, I'm not entirely sure.
I'll admit, right now I'm wishing I had the double batarang.
Yeah.
I'll just have to settle with 2 batarangs.
In very quick succession, which works just as well as far as I'm concerned.
I can do this all day. Why don't you come out and fetch me?
Are you sure?
There's really only so much getting hit in the face that one man can withstand. There's a certain...
Actually, with the batarangs, they don't really do any damage, so they literally can do this all day.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, you know, those are essentially... Look at them in cutscenes. Those batarangs are sharp. Like, those should be severing, you know, arteries and everything.
Looks more like a torture.
You gotta love mooks. Did you just uppercut the back of his head?
Well, more like his upper back, but yeah.
The room's clear. You're safe now.
Okay, there we go.
One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't want to be followed. The elevator appears to have been powered down. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be fine.
What about the others?
No, you don't understand. I'm telling you that you are going to be okay here. I'm Batman. I know these things.
Dr. Helliman was in the patient observation room, and Dr. Chen went to surgery.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
I'm here, Mike. Hold still.
There are thugs running around. Let's all run into different rooms.
Clearly they were just applying the scientific method to see which room was the most secure.
Now, we're going to display one of my favorite tricks. With one of the upgrades you can get, you can do this automatically and have it more or less a landmine, but we're going to do it manually.
I've never actually tried this, to be honest.
Those not physically up to the challenge that our medical practices present.
Close to being very effective.
When you or someone you know is seriously distressed.
Woohoo! That was a cool one.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage to the guys that you manage to hit with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's especially useful against large crowds.
Mm-hmm. And Batman just kind of flinches. That's all. He's cool with this.
Cash, what happened? I can't leave until I finish clearing this gas.
Right.
Batman
Not
said to
abandoning
himself.
people to their death.
What kind of hero are you?
See, it's funny because he only has one hand.
I think this is actually, if you look at his character bio, I think Cash only appears in Arkham.
Yeah.
And I haven't really read any of the recent comics or anything, so I don't know if they've included him in the actual DCU in terms of the printed comic books and all that. I don't think that they have. What with Batman being kind of, dead right now.
No, he's back.
Have they actually brought back
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne at this point?
Batman Inc. is all about Batman starting up Batman U, more
Okay.
or less.
Last I checked, it was still in the Dick Grayson as a
No.
Batman thing.
I mean, Dick Grayson is a Batman, but
Oh, good. Now we have multiple Batman.
yeah, that's the whole idea of Batman Inc. It's Bruce Wayne admitted that he's
Ah,
that he admitted that he's financing Batman, and then
okay. Anyway, what we just saw right there was one fun feature that I liked that they added into this game was the ability to escape after you've fallen into either a bottomless pit or, in this scenario, Joker gas. It's not just a straight-up game over. You've actually got a chance to get out of there.
and Cash does appear, but only in the Arkham Asylum graphic novel.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yes.
Well, okay, no, we already talked about that, so never mind.
Herp. I always lose the door to this room.
I would assume it is still on this level.
Not in here. There it is. Alright. Now we can get the unblockable takedown. Critical combo strength. Health. Iron power. Twin battery. Detonation.
That one, the auto proximity detonation, seems like more of a detriment in some scenarios. I
some,
usually
yeah.
like to,
I like manual myself.
pick and choose when you're able to blow the thing up. Otherwise, they can just kind of go off when you're not expecting it.
I'm gonna go with the critical combo strike. It basically means if you're if you manage to stick with the flow. Okay, this is not the way out. Never mind.
No, it's not the exit.
If you manage to stick with the flow of the combat, then it allows you to. There we go. Basically, get your combo multiplier much higher, much faster.